Kitten Petter, signing in for round 5 of the 7-lap American Purple Tier Championship of Dynamic Knights Esports. I am joined by a familiar voice to some, maybe not so much to others. Sensation, how are we doing tonight?
We're doing good, man. We're doing good. How are you doing?
Well, a couple more bush lights and I'll be doing better. We're joining a little late. Racer X is on pole at the moment. He's sitting there at a 28.5. Fast is in P2 with a 28.586, and then Useless, last week's winner and the current championship leader, he is in P3. So let me get this telemetry going. Enabled. Map. Detail. Fitted. Alright, well, ready to go. I know you only know a few people in here, Sensation. I'm still kind of getting used to everyone as well. Yeah, actually, I think the only one you probably know is actually Useless from Without Lopez.
Useless, Flip Flop. Oh, wait a minute, let's see. Useless, Flip Flop. Yeah. Well, one more would be the I can't pronounce his name. Tunic. Yes. I've seen his name before, and I just can't place where though. But yeah, so that might be 3.
Boy, is riding on board with Useless here. He's just getting a great tow from BRT Matthias. Went purple in Sector 2. I think he's going to be a fast one. Yeah, that's the fastest lap at a 23.87. So not too shabby from Useless. I believe there was a Williams that lost it in the S section. I'm not sure which one that was. I think one of them was having a pretty tough time earlier. I think it might have been V Solani 6. Oh my gosh, it's BRT Fast. Gets a huge bit of oversteer.
Oh yeah. Yeah, let me set this map up here so see what's going on. Get a good idea of who's where.
Gonna get the track map up as well as BRT Fast. Just about
to see a couple of yellow flags here.
You got a real tank slapper getting into the pits. Obviously that last little bump there is not ideal.
Yeah. Sector 2. That is a slow McLaren. Somebody he got an invalid lap. Okay, that's Wing It.
There's a Wing It. Oh, Wing It did get a. I was right on board with him. Too busy playing on my phone because I am a millennial.
Okay. On board here with Flip Flop Fish.
Where's he at?
AKA the Catfish, as I like to call him.
I like the way that sounds. Man, everybody getting invalidated laps out here. The Schmed, who was on pole, not last week, but 2 weeks ago, he is down there in P10 right now. Yeah, here. Trying to figure everything out. Didn't really realize that I was going to be the one on the actually doing the broadcast tonight. So yeah, everything kind of happened.
It happens.
Yeah, I've done this a time or two. Just
we got a double stack here with the Mercedes.
Yeah, and I'm not sure. It was Alp, who is currently in pole. He ran a little bit wide going through Spoon. But both of those Mercedes drivers, they really don't like each other. I don't really pay too much of attention to the, it's like the general driver chat. But boy, let me tell you, they tend to go after each other after about every race. Not a whole lot of love in the room. I think Astanic's the only one on a flying lap right now, as he is just now sector.
Wow. Interesting information. That's a first. I never expect to hear that one.
Ah, I mean, I think Flip Flop. He was threatening not to race tonight, but I think he enjoys Suzuka, and it's a wet. It's supposed to be a wet race.
Right.
I think ISLR
Yeah, Carter retired.
I think he retired in the pits because I do not. Yeah, there's nothing wrong.
Okay, so so these guys have to retire in the pits, right? They can't retire on track.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but I guess Tunic is coming around. He's in last place. Hasn't set a lap yet. At least a valid lap. Through the Casio triangle. And, wow, 13th. So still not great for Astanek. He might have to do another lap because he doesn't have enough time to go back in and change those tires.
I'm on board with an interesting name who has a purple first sector. Bean Sandwich.
Yeah, Bean Sandwich. He's pretty handy. He's a pretty handy driver. The Mexican Bean Sandwich.
Oh man! Oh, he's Mexican.
Yes, he is. It's
wow.
It's multinational grid here for DNES, America's team.
Nice. Well, he got a purple sector in sector 1, and the way he's driving, like you said, he's pretty tight fit. So I'm pretty sure he's gonna get a purple sector 2 here. Let's see. No, he didn't. He's in the 3rd sector, so maybe he might finish strong here because it's always tricky in Japan. So
yeah, and it's so easy. He goes up to P3.
P3, nice.
I mean, it's so easy to invalidate laps here, especially if you think going through Degner, especially Spoon, can be kind of tricky. A lot of areas where you can kind of mess up, including the first turn. Probably should have mentioned that one first, but yeah, that one's run a little bit wide and kind of screws you up. But yeah, definitely Suzuka, one of the biggest driver circuits, I would imagine. And it's going to rain, so that's going to help as well. But yeah, definitely one of the biggest driver circuits I think F1 visits. Very classic circuit.
Well, I wonder if anybody got a wet setup for tonight. I know probably everybody's on a dry setup, but you know it's going to be a little different since it's going to be a wet. Now, is that a full wet or is that just light rain?
You know, the forecasters did not specify. We just know it's going to rain.
Okay. Man, Useless put up another fast lap time. 128.1. Interesting.
Yeah. Useless does hit him there. Alp looks like he's heading into sector 3.
No.
It's BRT fast. Whoa.
Yeah.
And that's a win for Brazil. Let's see if Alp can win one for Turkey. Not quite. Not quite.
Oh, man.
Yeah, P2 for Alp. Useless gets bumped all the way down. To P3. Is Flip Flop is in P8. I think Schmeg. Captain Schmeg. Nope.
Oh, Schmeg got invalid and he's going to the pits.
And I'll tell you what, it was quite interesting whenever I was doing the coverage with the Smeg a couple weeks ago, and then Captain Schmeg was also on the grid. Very confusing.
I was about to ask you, is that the same person?
One is the, and the other one is Captain.
Wow. Okay. Wow, that sounds like that Twilight Zone episode of titled "The Will the Real Martian Please Stand Up?" Oh wow, that Toro Rosso just ran into the Ferrari and the tire popped. Oh, that's the end of that.
Not ideal. Looks like Alp was he did leave at the start of the qualifying session. Did see that. He actually went back to the time trial Mini to grab himself a wet setup that he had. So,
Grid penalties. Knight has a 5 plays grid penalty, and is that Solano. Okay.
And then
Solano, both of them.
V Solani also had a 5.
plays.
Yeah, he also had a 5 grid penalty.
Oh, and that Williams that kept spinning out too.
Yeah, he did not. I think that was probably a little bit. They might have all crashed into each other. I'm not sure.
Possible.
Yeah, but hey, the past is in the past, and the future is now. I was channeling my inner Mark McGuire. Oh yeah, this is gonna be full wets.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we are racing in a monsoon here in Suzuka.
Oh man, they need to bring that back.
What?
Monsoons.
No, it's gotta be in season for monsoons. I'm not sure when monsoon season is. It's usually when they're racing at Suzuka. So I guess that it works out.
The old school Formula One games used to have that, but I never ran across the monsoon because they did have the red flag in the game, but I just never got a chance to see it.
Huh. Well, the last time the F1 raced in a monsoon in Suzuka, some bad things happened. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so maybe not do it too much. We're supposed to have a super typhoon this year, but it really wasn't that bad. At least we're hitting Suzuka, thankfully. And there is BRT Fast on pole in the Renault with his Senna helmet. Alf in P2. Useless, the championship leader, in P3. Racer X in P4. Bean Sandwich in P5. BRT Matthias in the Ferrari in P6. Flip Flop Fish in P7, Wing It in P8, Hildebeest in P9, Schmeg in 10th, Knight in 11th, Bomb Tree in 12th, Astanik in 13th, Carter in 14th, then Solano, V Solani, and Lopez joins late down there in P17, so good to see Lopez getting in here.
Nice.
But yeah, those three, Carter, Solano, Solani, I think they all had penalties there, and see if we can. Yeah, I guess the tire doesn't really matter. Let's check the position change here on the first lap, because I think everybody's going to be on these wets for quite some time. Yeah, should be fun. Nothing like a nice wet race at Suzuka to get the blood pumping on Friday night.
Get the blood pumping. Something's going to happen.
I think so. Anybody in the YouTube chat, if you guys want to maybe give us your top 3, any hot takes, let your inner Colin Cowherd out. Sensation, I'm going to put you on the spot because you've been doing this for precisely about 10 minutes of qualifying. Podium right now. Podium right now.
Well, I like the pole position, pole sitter, Fast. Is that how you pronounce his name?
Yeah.
Okay. Because he has the Senna helmet and it's raining, so I'm going with tradition.
Yeah, Brazilians are usually pretty good in the rain.
I'll go with useless, and I'm going to go with the catfish. Top 3. Okay.
Well, I'm staying completely neutral because nobody can pick sides in the commentary box. I have this guy. Oh, someone says Racer X in P1 from P4. Interesting. I think we're
Racer
waiting
X
on these final. Yeah, it looks like Lopez is just now getting to the grid. Lights from a very soggy Suzuka International
I'm gonna check from 11 down and see what's going on here before we start it out.
We are lights out. 5 red lights. And it looks like Fast gets a bit of a jump on Alp. Alp is not great on starts, especially in the wet. As it looks like Useless is now going to try to go around the outside into turn 2. And I think Racer pushed Bean out there. I think Bean lost a couple spots, unfortunately. But yeah, Alp does eventually hang on to second place in front of Useless. and it's fast. Looks like he gets away to a pretty good jump. That is, yeah, 7/10 already for fast. Can't imagine he's going to be too disappointed with that. And going further back in the grid here, I think Carter something might have happened to him because he's down 3 spots. Biggest loser. Lopez up 4 spots to P13 from last place on the grid. He of course did not qualify. Oh, looks like it's a Racer X.
Man.
Yeah, he must have lost. He was out on the grass going into the hairpin.
Oh, wow. That's a harsh penalty. 10 seconds. Jeez.
Man, there he goes again. Whoa, no, and then he comes back on it for the flip-flop. I'm not sure what Racer's Friday night what's been happening, but yeah, he cannot seem to keep all 4 in between the lines right now. Flip-flop definitely caught the bad end of that. Is now Wingett's going to be stuck behind Racer.
Guys in the back.
Oh, there goes Racer. He's spinning. I think I think flip-flop.
Oh, there's a broken end play as I'm following Lopez. He's okay, but just a broken end play just flew off in front of him.
Bomb tree. I think that might have been him as he gets a 5-second penalty to add insult to injury.
Pit lane.
I hate to do that. Very tricky pit entry here. Very tight.
Yes.
And there's a bump right before it, so you can kind of come in with some oversteer. Solano also going to get 5 seconds.
Oh, man. Bad racing.
Yeah, I hate to see it. You absolutely hate to see it. But it looks like these top 2 of Fast and Alp, they have pulled away from Useless. Useless now 3 seconds behind as Matthias makes a move on Bean heading into the Degner. Just aquaplaning. Yep, there is some aquaplaning. That is, yeah, that is kind of how it happens. It's now Alp.
Got a first retiree.
I'm not sure where he's at. Looks like, oh, nope, there, yep, that'll do it. That first corner at the start of the S's coming out of the pits hit the, must have hit the outside curb and it spun him backwards on the wall, breaking his right rear suspension. So yeah, not great from Bomb Tree, but at least he gets to crack open a couple beers early.
And of course we have the virtual safety car as we speak, which should be ending shortly.
It shouldn't take too long for a one-car incident.
It shouldn't take. Yeah, there we go.
And there it is.
Back up the racing speed.
And it looks like BRT actually was it. Well, BRT Fast R2 BRTs, excuse me, the Brazilian racing team. He actually did gain about 5/10, it looks like, on Alp in that virtual safety car. Really came out at the perfect time for him as he was just about to cross the line, full speed.
Man, I tell you, Lopez is moving up the field here from last place to 7th now.
Lopez does like wet conditions.
Yeah.
I believe Lopez is racing under the Argentinian flag as he is still under protest for Codemasters to give him the Dominican flag. He is picking a different Latin American country every week.
That's funny.
Until he gets what he deserves.
It's kind of crazy that they don't have pretty much every nationality.
Yeah, no, you'd think that wouldn't be that hard to do. It's just flags. Yeah. There's Lopez actually did set a purple sector 1 as well as we got Aztec up into I think P10 as he gets around Captain Schmeg. We got 2 alphas fighting into the hairpin.
That's not good. Don't take out your teammate.
Unless you're at Mercedes.
Well, speaking of that, they're both split right now. The Mercedes.
Yeah, unfortunately,
9 is in 6.
Yeah, Flip-Flop got kind of screwed. Got caught into an incident with Racer. Wasn't really his fault. But yeah, Lopez now gaining just tremendously on the other Mercedes of Knight.
Oh yeah.
Less than half a second now. He is just absolutely flying. I don't think that he knew it was going to be a wet race. He might be in a dry setup right now. As fast pumps in another fastest lap of the race. As Matthias does the same. But yeah, here we go. I think this move is going to happen very quickly. Lopez pulling out of the spray. Oh no, he might back off.
Yeah, he backed up. I think he might try to catch him in the S's.
Oh yeah, Knight runs a little wide coming out of turn 2.
Yeah,
he's really putting the pressure on that. That back end is all over the place right now.
Oh. Yeah, he's definitely struggling. Especially with this track. Speaking of, dang, 10-second time penalty. Whoa, Carter.
Yeah, now Knight almost lost it. He almost lost it right there, and now he's going to outbrake himself, it looks like. Lopez all over the back of him. I don't think Knight can hold on to this position much longer.
No, I don't think he can. I think we're going to see a lot of rear ends just slide out. Even when it was during the dry qualify, we was watching that. There was a lot of rear end setups that were pretty loose. Uh-oh. Lopez. Not yet.
Not quite yet. Heading into Spoon, he's not going to get it done. Maybe...
Oh, sector 2.
Yeah, looks like somebody. Is that a Williams, I think, back there? That is V. Solani. Yeah, V. Solani is spun. Let's go back to Lopez here. Into 130R. Knight is just hanging on here by the skin of his teeth. But Lopez cannot get the job done. It looks like Hildebeest. Is that Hildebeest in... Was that just Hildebeest, or was that S-Tunic as well? Heading into the Casio Triangle. Flip-flop.
Flip-flop.
DNFs. Oh, it must have been both of them. Yeah, there's Flip-flop. He is on the inside of 130R. I think he must have hit those exit curves. And I'm not sure if...
Safety car is available.
There we go. Well, I was going to mention earlier that, yeah, I think Lopez would like to get by Knight, but I would have to bet on the likelihood of a safety car in a full wet Suzuka race.
Yeah.
And yeah, there it is. So, I guess we'll have a couple of laps here.
Somebody jumped on the inters though. That's Wing It.
Yeah, he did this. He did this in Montreal, I think, in the first race of the season, where he was able to kind of play the tire game in changing conditions, and he wound up on a podium because of it. But yeah, I don't blame him for trying something different. I think it does look like the rain is lightening up, and a couple laps under the safety car, at least he'll be able to get a feel for what those inners can do in these conditions. Right. I can't really see this eventually getting to completely dry, but I definitely can see it getting to inter type weather.
Well, see, that's why I wish I could hear Jeff say how long the wets were going to be.
I guess we can ride along here. I think it's going to have to go another lap before he can catch the tail end of the field. He just passed the safety car, so let's see what kind of... if he has any problem with the traction here. Looks pretty good so far, but I mean, through these high-speed sections, I mean, he should be going flat out right now. So I think he's actually all right.
Yeah.
So I
think Lopez is going on the inters.
Yeah, it looks like Fast and Alp both did as well. Useless on inners. Matthias is staying on the wets, but he is the only one in the top 10 that has done that
on the wets.
Yeah, it looks like Hildebeest is going on inners as well. This is going to be Schmeg. He is throwing on inners. Wow, everybody. I think Solano still has to catch He hasn't crossed the pit lane yet, but he might.
Oh,
what happened?
Lopez ended up running into the back of Knight, who was kind of parked actually. Oh man, and it broke his wing. Now he got to go back into the back into the pits.
And he had made it all the way up to P6.
Wow.
Yeah, that is unfortunate. How much damage does he have? Is that entire
input
good
gone? Damage.
Yeah, that entire input's gone on the right side. Unfortunately, that sucks for him.
He broke the wing. But he looked like he was parked on the Knight was like parked on the road, and he just ran right into the back of him. It wasn't Lopez's fault. It's just.
I wonder if he got one of those weird graphics from race control that told him like he was, however far or over, where he's supposed to be. I don't know. But it can be kind of glitchy, especially whenever you're coming out of the pits under a safety car. That kind of thing does have a tendency to happen. But yeah, Matthias here. Only one in the field, aside from, I think, Solano and Solani, who are both well down the pack. In P4, staying on these wets. Not sure if he did it on purpose, but I guess if he did it on accident, he probably would have just pit right now. So,
We'll see. We'll see when we start back up, because
really makes you think.
Case, maybe everybody's gonna fly right by him.
I also want to give a quick shout out for Alex Zanardi. Hopefully he's doing all right tonight after a hand cycling crash. Sounds like he fractured his skull. Unfortunately,
wow!
Yeah, he got hit by a lorry, which is a big rig, going down a mountain. So yeah, I guess if anybody can overcome that, it's probably Alex Zanardi. Yeah, we are here. Lap 7, and I think Solana just got speeding in pit lane under the safety car. Jeez. That is terrible. But I think everybody's pretty well caught up to it, except for these last two.
Okay, that's what we're waiting on, because this is a very long safety car. That's why I'm surprised it hasn't gone in.
Yeah, well, I mean, with the damage, like under the under caution as well. And Solano, he's just got 10 seconds worth of penalties under the safety car in the pits.
What the?
That's rough. But Lopez did pit for a new front wing. He's down there. Yeah, he's going to be down there.
And he served his penalty too.
Yeah, so let's see if he can make it back up to the front here in these slightly better conditions.
He might. He's really pissed off, but yeah, I'm pretty sure he'll be all right. Let's see how he's gonna do with the inters.
Looks like Solani just lost it. Dunlap.
Oh no.
Dunlap curve. He's really putting on a Felipe Massa-esque wet weather performance today. Felipe Massa, 2008 Silverstone, spun about 6 times.
Oh man.
We're gonna go one more lap under safety car. I think this is the 4th lap under. Sensation.
It feels longer than the 4th lap.
Yeah, but I mean everybody's pit at least once. Some have pit twice.
Right.
Solani gets under.
Oh man.
These guys at the back are just getting penalty after penalty. Under safety car, this is crazy. Like, it's not even that wet anymore.
Some people just can't drive in the wet, man.
See, Alp is driving alongside of BRT Fast at some points. Trying to get the safety car to get a move on it. I don't want this thing to end under safety car, so...
Oh, man. Lopez, please don't push it, because he got his Red Bull teammate Carter that's I don't know if he's not going fast enough or what, but I think they're under control now.
Yeah, we got one AlphaTauri, and then one Red Bull, and then Lopez in the other Red Bull. Speaking of AlphaTauri, I've never seen someone wearing something that's AlphaTauri. I was watching German soccer the other day, and this guy was wearing an overcoat, and on the back you could see that it said AlphaTauri.
Really?
He was the head coach of Frankfurt. So nice to see that he spent about $750 on an overcoat.
Wow.
I mean, have you seen the prices for AlphaTauri stuff? Like,
no.
It is absolutely insane how much money they want.
I bet it is.
It's like $300
most of
for
the
a
gears
t-shirt.
are like that.
But I mean, it's like the actual Red Bull brand of clothes, and it's like $300 for a t-shirt. It's jeez. As Fast just backs up the entire field. He's in a facto safety car, and look at these guys. Everybody's bunched up. I've never seen somebody back up the field quite like this.
Oh, that's not. Oh man, this dude gets a 10-second time penalty for exceeding track limit. Jesus.
I think he's finally gonna go here, coming out of Casio Triangle. Excuse me.
All right, there we go. And we're. Oh, excuse me. And we're back to full racing green.
Yeah, looks like Wingit is going to get a move on Captain Schmeg for P9 on those inners. The first one to switch to inners. A trendsetter, some may say, of Wingit. As we keep getting these terrible broadcasting views. Where it's just like the suspension camera. I'm trying to see where everybody is at here. ISR at night. Getting there on Matthias. Let's see how Matthias is going to do on these wets. I don't think it's going to be great. I think these inners are probably the right move, and Matthias either made a mistake.
Wow.
Or...
Speaking of 1 and 2 right now, this guy's putting some pressure on Fast.
Yeah, Fast really tried to bunch him up, but Alp really didn't bite. They were able to get about a second on Useless off the start, but Alp was right on his gearbox through the Casio Triangle.
Oh yeah, he is. I mean, he really is on his gearbox. I think he's going to try to take one straight after the spoon here.
Yeah, as I'm getting the gearbox glitch when I'm riding on board, so that's great. Through 130R. I'm not going to be able to get alongside him. You know, Fast is Brazilian, so he's probably running a lot lower rear wing. That is what the Brazilians like. As Alp does set the fastest lap of the race with 43.406. And now takes a peek into turn 1, but I think he's going to be content with just trying to force Fast into a mistake.
Oh yeah.
And that's okay. Yeah, Matthias has now pit. And there is a gigantic crash here on the main straight. That's Hildebeest, Schmeg, Solano. Lopez got away from it, but it's going to be another VSC.
Virtual safety.
I'm surprised that wasn't a safety car, because we had, I think Hildebeest was just sitting there. It was on the straightaway, and 3 cars were involved, so I'm not sure what happened. Hildebeest was sitting there with an entire wheel disconnected from the chassis.
Man.
Right,
Captain
really,
Schmeg.
Yeah, I think there's going to be, you might be able to see here that there's a lot of debris laying around. Maybe not.
Yeah, the guy that was in second, he dropped down to 7th.
Wow.
I don't know what happened. I don't know if he lost it or...
I'm not sure. Yeah, that's weird. I was trying to figure out what happened up there, and then...
Yeah. More driving penalties.
Yeah, now you got Wingit and Racer going at it for a P6. I think Wingit actually got a penalty.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting.
Flag sector 2.
Looks like Solana might have had something happen to him as he goes wide
Solano
once
is
again.
all over the place. His broken wing.
Take these broken wings. And I think Racer is in the pits. I'm not sure what for. But that will move Alp back into P6 on the gearbox and wing it. He's going to have quite a ways to climb to get back up to Vass, who is now sitting at a 3.5 second lead over Useless. Whoa.
This is amazing.
Yeah, it's really starting to dry out now. I'm not even sure. Yeah, it's just kind of sprinkling at the moment as Solano picks up yet another speeding in pit lane. Boy.
I'm surprised he hasn't got disqualified.
Yeah, to be honest, yeah, it's him and Solani both not really having their best evenings here.
Yeah. Red Bulls are moving up in 8 and 9.
Well, that happens when you got a 3-car crash on the main straightaway, I guess.
Yeah.
Lopez coming back through the field. Hasn't really put any pressure on Carter. I'm not sure if he's just kind of letting him go or what, but Carter is up to the gearbox of Asinic for P7.
Okay.
It looks like Bean Sandwich here next to Knight. Looking for P3 in the wet. Here heading down 130R into the Casio Triangle. He's not going to be able to get a move done here, but there's another caution. Looks like that's Solano again spinning in the S's. As Fast pours in the quickest lap of the race of 41. Whew. Okay, well, yeah, we've got a lot of stuff going on here.
Oh yeah, definitely a lot of stuff going on. I'm looking at this 7, 8, 9 battle down the straight here, going into first turn.
And then you got Alp one spot ahead of that, trying to. Ooh, Wingit runs wide. Wingit, ooh, almost lost it. Alp had to check up. I think Alp might be able to get him through the Dunlop curve here. And he does.
Look like Lopez will be making a power move shortly on his teammate.
Yeah, both the ISRL guys up here. And it looks like Carter's actually ran wide at the hairpin. Lopez couldn't quite get that move done though. I think Carter's attention is more behind him than it is in front of him. At this point. Well, Asinic did make a mistake coming out of Spoon, and I think Carter's going to get him. Yep.
Yeah.
And there he is. Oh, and they both go wide. Goodness gracious.
Oh, wow! I'm surprised Lopez did not take advantage of
and then Asinic sends it.
What in the world?
Is he just jumped the chicane? And it looks like Lopez is. I think he might get his teammate here. That was a very optimistic move from Asinic.
Please don't take each other out. That wouldn't be good.
Yeah.
Lopez went from 9th to 7th. He is flying. Set the true yellow flag.
I think that's Solano once again. Oh, yeah, there he is.
He's done.
Oh, my.
There it is.
Oh, my.
Show's over. Safety car is arriving. Oh, Schmeg. Captain Schmeg. What happened?
I'm not sure. It looked like that was in 130R as well.
Man.
I think it was the same place that the flip-flop lost it.
Wow.
So I think this is...
Just when Lopez is about to make a power move, the safety car comes.
Well, now he's going to be able to... he was about 6 seconds behind Wingit for 6th. So I think, he might actually like this opportunity here to get reconnected with the front group, as Al probably will as well down there in P5. We still don't know what happened during that VSC, where he went from right on the back of Fast to P7. But yeah. So we got a safety car. I think. Not sure if anybody's pitting.
I don't know. What should they?
I don't. I mean, I think the inners.
One is.
Yeah,
useless.
I think. Yeah, the inners will probably work for about 20 laps, but I don't know if I really trust that.
New set of enters.
Yeah, fresh set of inners for uses. I think. I think Knight as well. We got about half of the remaining field here. Alp is throwing up fresh inners as well. So is Carter. Yeah. So we do see about half of the remaining runners pit for a new set of enters. But Astanek, I think, just threw on wets on accident, more than likely. So yeah, that's not ideal for him. The good news is, pretty much all you have to do is just finish, and you'll probably get points. Considering,
unless some heavy rain is coming back.
Yeah, I guess that's possible too.
Yeah.
Don't have Jeff in our ears telling us exactly what the forecast is. It's
exactly.
probably a good thing. I think our guess is probably about as good as his, anyways.
Yeah. I mean, it's a possibility that it is drying out and you can see the racing line clearly, but man, if if it does go back to heavy rain, wow, somebody's gonna move up a lot of places.
Yep. And quite frankly, at this point, bring on the chaos. I don't mind. We can do that. All Mother Nature can send all she wants. The safety car will be going around one more lap at least. I think that's all it's going to be. Solani is back there in 12. 5 retirements so far. Not really a huge surprise, I guess, given the conditions. But yeah, Solani is the last one running in 12th. So not
I think the next penalty might disqualify him, though.
Yeah, honestly, and Solani is... I don't know if he just doesn't like Suzuka or what, but yeah, he was even struggling to qualify.
Yeah, it's wet race, struggles, the S's, yeah. The setup, like I said, he probably has a dry setup, and or like I said, just doesn't like Suzuka. So
yeah, I think the biggest winner of today's race, I think that's Bernd Mailander in the safety car. I think he still drives the safety car, Bernd Mailander. But he's definitely getting a workout here, season's worth of laps. I think this is a 6th lead lap of the race.
Yeah, pretty much. He's pretty much catching up off of the back markers as we speak.
Yeah, and it does look like Astanek did make a mistake there throwing on wets, because he has pit once again for inners.
Oh, he did. Okay.
Yeah, it didn't really hurt him too much, I don't think. But I'll tell you what, he's gonna have to catch Carter there at the tail end of this field, as they are in spoon already. Otherwise, we're probably gonna have another lap under the safety car.
Oh man. Well, we'll see. Hopefully not, but more than likely it might happen.
Yeah, I think the moment of truth is going to be right about here. And yeah, it's yep, we're staying another lap, so this is going to tie. Bernd Mailander is going to tie fast for most lead laps in this Japanese Grand Prix with 7, I think, or it might be 8. I don't know. I lost count. So, the Japanese crowd is going crazy for Bernd. in his AMG. I don't know how to fill time anymore. I don't know how to fill time anymore. I guess I can do a Google search to see if Bernd Mylander is still the safety car driver.
I don't know. Oh, man. That's funny.
Bernd Mylander is. And, yeah, safety car driver in Formula One. Yeah, he's been here since, I think 2004.
Wow.
A former DTM driver, Bernd Mylander. Apparently has some connections with Mercedes because he gets to sit in this Mercedes all the time. And,
yeah, there you go.
Drive a little bit, yeah. So, Bernd will probably cross the start-finish line in the pits before everybody else, which would give him, I think, the most lead laps here today in Suzuka. So, big day for Bernd and the Mylander family, if they're watching at home.
It works. It works.
And heading to the back of the field now, Solani and Asnick have caught up.
Okay, all right.
But I will say that I think this is probably going to help some of these guys that haven't pit twice. That being Fast and Bean Sandwich in 1 and 2. The extra laps, nowhere. But Wingett is in the catbird seat.
Oh boy.
In P3. And Alp down in P8. He really lost out in that pit cycle.
Oh man, here we go, stacking them up. Stacking them up again. This is going to be interesting. The top 4-5 drivers, I'm going to give it. It's going to go crazy.
Yeah, Fast is really stacking them. I don't think I've ever seen someone stack up the drivers as much as he does. As Astunik gets a 5-second penalty for a collision with Carter. I think that might have been due to that, coming around 130R, and probably did not see everybody slow up as much as he did. Interesting tactics from Fast, as Wingett is going to look around the outside of Bean Sandwich going to turn 1. Not going to get the job done, but he will stay right behind him with Lopez breathing down his neck in P4. Lopez might be a decent shot to win this race from last on the grid.
Yeah, barring that there's not another safety car.
That is true. Speaking of worst to first challenges, Fast, who is currently leading, you went around for this, but round 2 in Baku, the closest finish I have personally ever seen on F1. Fast went from dead last to technically crossing the line first, but due to a technicality, a glitch, Sequit actually got the win by 16 thousandths of a second at the line in Baku.
What?
16 thousandths. Yes, Lopez does get the job done around Wingett.
Oh, wow. Wow, interesting. This is very interesting.
It is, but Fast has lost contact with Bean there in P2. These top 3 have strung out. Looks like Lopez is about a second and a half behind Bean in P3. Everyone else, though, going back to 8th, they are bunched up.
141-1.
Fast is really close. As Useless. Ooh, Wingett. It cuts off the nose of Useless there into turn 2.
Oh.
Got a little loose, but I think Useless will. Yeah, he's okay now. But these guys are just packed up. The spray is immense. Riding on board with Alp at the tail end of this train. He's got 4 cars within about a second ahead of him through the S section, just spitting up all kinds of stuff. Is that Fast? Did Fast lose it in Decker?
Yes, he did.
Dunlop?
He got overtaken.
I think he lost in Dunlop, and there's Bean. In the dry spot under where the circuit crosses over. the dry spot under the bridge. Bean loses it, ends up on the inside. And now Lopez is going to inherit P2. And what did we say about a lap ago?
Yeah, yeah. Man. Amazing.
I mean, 4 through 8 is just absolutely nose to tail. And Useless has actually dropped back to it. That is... Yeah, I think I thought Bean was actually going to drop back here for a second to that pack, but I think he maybe not. I don't know. Only a second. He might want to join in on the fun as well.
Well, you think, you know what? I'm surprised maybe he's doing tire management, because Useless has only 5 laps on the inters. Everybody else is in double figures that's ahead of him. So maybe he knows something that we don't know, that he's going to be like, okay, I'm going to just cut through this field real quick.
As Knight loses it on the exit of turn 2. I think Alp almost got caught up in that. He did. He lost that right front end plate on Knight as he was spinning into the wall, the inside wall there. Unfortunate for both of those guys, but I kind of had a feeling that was going to end up in tears eventually.
Wow.
Right along with Matthias, he's on the rear wing of Wing It as they head into the hairpin. He's going to peek out, but I don't think he's going to get him. Maybe he can get a bit better of an exit on that inside line coming out, going through this dog leg into Spoon. He peeks around the outside. I think he's pulled even with Wing It, and he's gonna get it done. Just about. Wing It comes back in the second part of the Spoon corner, but cannot adequately regain that position.
Incredible. Looking at Lopez here, trying to chase down Fast. We got, what, 7 laps to go?
Yeah, crossing the line 7 laps to go this time by, as Useless is still kind of trying to claw into Bean. Fast has gotten that gap up to P2 to over a second once again, back to about where he started before he had that incident coming through here, the Dunlop curve a few laps ago.
This is just crazy.
Glad you could fill in at a literal moment's notice, so I wasn't doing this by myself. I don't know. I guess I really didn't need you for entertainment, but it's better to have another person with me.
Well, it's my pleasure. I don't mind. I mean, it is different to have a race on a Friday night, so.
Yeah, we'll have to get to headquarters in Australia maybe. It is Saturday morning for them. I think Friday nights probably aren't going to be the best move after in post-quarantine life, which who knows if that's ever going to happen. But yeah, I mean, for now, short season.
Yeah, for now.
Only 7 races.
It's no biggie.
We can make do. Lopez is currently still a second back. He has cut that just under a second, but I think Fast got a little bit better of an exit coming out of the final corner. Lopez is really trying his best. And I believe that was Solani. Yeah, through Spoon. Well, he is having a rough one today.
Jeez. Man, is Lopez going to catch him in the S's?
I'm not sure. I think this is where he actually gains the most time.
Lopez or Fast?
Fast.
Okay.
Because it kind of yo-yos from about 0.9 to 1.1. And it seems like making gains in Sector 2, like right here, down to 7 tenths. But then Fast tends to pull out through the S's. And like I said earlier, I'm not entirely sure, as I think that's Solani once again. He has completely demolished the right side of that front wing through the S's. But yeah, I mean, it is interesting. I'm not sure if Lopez knew it was going to be raining as he joined. I didn't even notice him joining. He must have joined at the tail end of qualifying there.
Yeah, I think so.
So I'm not sure if he knew or not. So it's going to be kind of hard to see if he actually might have a dry weather setup that might actually come in handy here in the later stages of this race.
Well, it's starting to definitely dry out. You can see the tread off the tires with the water is kind of more of a sprit.
Yeah. And I think, I mean, it still is raining a little bit, but it has progressively gotten lighter throughout the day. I'm not sure if it's going to clear up enough in the last 5 laps to make an actual difference on track.
Right.
I mean, maybe somebody a little bit further down might want to try the dry tires, like softs, I guess at this stage. But that wouldn't be too wise for these guys, I wouldn't imagine. Lopez is gaining ever so slightly lap after lap.
This track is drying out.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's yellow 2. Yellow flag, sector 2. Oh, it's useless. I guess he lost it. Winged just went by him.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't think it must not have been that big of a moment because I think he only lost 2 spots. These guys weren't too far behind him. Yeah, not sure. Looks like that was through Spoon. Might have just ran wide. Blocked up the brakes a little bit. He's already on the back of Winged. He's flying right now to get past Winged. He's gonna get that move done quite easily into turn 1.
Interesting.
And just as I mentioned that Lopez was starting to gain, he's now dropped back to about 1.2 seconds on Fast. I'm not sure if he made a mistake or if Fast just put in a really good lap. But yeah, he's only got about 4 laps here to make up this last second. As Bean, I think, lost it somewhere. Yeah, I think Bean must have lost it coming out of Dunlop. Because Matthias now inherits P3 on track. Matthias does have a couple of time penalties, though. Not sure exactly how many, but he just picked up another 3-second a couple laps ago. So I think this is Sector 2. Deal. Sector 2, and that is Solani again. As the leaders are coming by.
Oh gosh. When will it end?
Oh.
DRS is enabled. It's dried out.
Yeah, still got some drops coming, but this track is definitely drying off rapidly.
Oh boy. I think Lopez is in DRS zone.
Just barely, and I think Alp is as well. I guess
he's going to the pits. Yet. They both went into the pits.
Yeah,
went to dries.
Yeah, I think that was reactionary from Lopez. They're going to throw on the softs here.
Oh, he put on the inserts. No, he put on the softs. Okay. Everybody's going in the pits.
Yeah, I think everybody's just going to follow the leader here. Not sure. It looks like
one didn't.
Alp is staying out on the inners, and he is going to take the lead here. But I'm not sure if those inners are going to last more than another lap or 2. Those things are going to get very hot.
Oh boy. Hate to see these mistakes.
Asnick also, I think he stayed out as well. These
Yeah.
are the only two, at least in the...
Oh, not good, guys. Not
Yeah, Asnick also has some wing damage.
good. Oh,
Yeah, so I don't think that's going to really help him too much. Let's see how fast can catch Alp. I think this is Alp's best chance at track position, but I'm not sure yet. Fastest gained about a second in that first sector alone. His Knight has
Knight left
retired.
in the pits.
Oh, jeez Louise. This
Sector
wing it.
2.
Picks one up. I think Asnick and Bean go. Whoa!
Oh,
And Asnick, yeah, with a hip check to Bean on going through the hairpin there.
Oh,
yeah,
boy.
This track, there's
This is traffic.
And we're gonna go up to the front. Looks like fast. Yeah, fast with a purple sector too. He gets by Alp, no problemo. Lopez can get by him. I think Alp might actually. Yeah, Alp might
absolutely gonna get by.
I think Alp might have to. Yeah, Alp's gonna pit. Yeah, this track dried up considerably in that lap just by itself. Yeah. It went from still being kind of wet to completely bone dry in a matter of about 2 minutes.
I'm surprised it didn't open up to the DRS.
Well, I think that the detection zone is actually right before the Casio triangle, so I think he was still a second behind.
Okay.
Going through there.
I would think you would get it off of when Asnick went into the pits. So.
I'm not sure. But yeah, I think. I wonder if some of these guys are just kind of kicking themselves.
Knight is done.
Yeah, Knight's
just retired.
I'm not sure where he's at on track right now. Oh gosh, is that Solani? I guess he's still on those inners. I'm not sure why, but yeah, it looks like Knight did retire in the pits. Or no, he didn't retire in the pits. That's somewhere. That's right up here is where he went off, but his car has been cleaned out very, very quickly. Some great work from the Japanese rescue crew.
Okay.
Moving his car very promptly.
Oh, useless moved up.
Oh,
Sector
and that's
3.
Bean. That is Bean. He loses it through 130R. That was a weird place to lose it. I'm not sure if he might have been helped around. Kind of caught the tail end of it.
Oh, Racer trying to go around.
And Bean's gonna have to take this escape road.
Yeah.
And he's gonna. Yeah, I think he's gonna go in the pits. I'm not sure. Is he just calling it a day? I hope not, because I mean he'd still be in line for some decent
might
points. I think he just burnt his tires off. He might be going for fastest lap.
Okay.
And that's Asnick's in the pits as well. He was still on the inters. Yeah, and I think Fast is kind of on these soft tires. He's definitely crawling away from Lopez.
I mean, but what a drive by Lopez. I really. Oh, sector 2.
I believe that's Solani.
Okay.
Yeah, coming through the second Degner, and I think he lost it. I'm honestly surprised that he's still going. He's fast. Pumps in another fast lap.
Lopez
130. Oh, and then Lopez tops it. Yeah, 133.8.
Oh, well.
Matthias.
Change that.
Yeah.
Another sector 2 moment.
Gosh, it's like losing through Spoon.
This on the last lap here, I mean, Lopez
Alp goes fastest. I think the fastest lap is probably going to come here on this final lap.
Oh yeah, definitely between these two, because I mean Lopez is pushing.
He's pushing, but fast is still. He's still pulling away.
Yeah,
almost 2 seconds here as we finish up Sector 2 around Spoon for the final time. I think Fast has this one in the bag.
oh man.
Through Casio trying to one last time as well. Fast has it all blocked up right now in the Senna helmet. Getting Senna's revenge in Japan. Fast with the fastest lap on the final lap. A 31.8. Not sure if that's going to stand, but Lopez will cross in second. Matthews will come cross in third. Useless in fourth. Not going to be enough to overcome. I'm not sure if he's going to retain his lead. I think Fast might be able to edge him going into the final 2 races of the season. It's going to be out with the fastest lap, and
he moved up 2 spots.
And here at the end, Solani and Astanek. I'm not sure what happened here. Is Fast on his victory lap is going to try to avoid this. I'm really confused. I'm not sure what really happened. That is heading into the hairpin, and it looks like I think Solani and Astanek. Solani definitely just picked up an extra spot because he did not DNF. So well done to him, I guess.
No, Solani's out. You mean
No, Astanek's out. Solani's still going. Yeah, it looks
who's
like
in 11th?
Solani. Or he might be too many laps down. Bean Sandwich also DNFs, but I think he had already crossed the line. I'm not sure, maybe not.
So his teammate.
I don't know how Bean just DNF'd on the final lap.
He just crashed into the. I think he tried to swerve and crash and cross the line, and it didn't work. But his teammate with no wing and into tires.
Oh no, Bean did.
Yeah, he did.
Oh my God!
His teammate passed him
about 10 meters from the start finish line. He DNFs.
Wow.
But luckily enough, he has a lap on Solani, so he still does finish ahead of him. What a bizarre race! What a bizarre evening here in Japan. A battle of attrition, I think, is an apt term to describe it. But Fast with a victory here, almost dominated. Had a couple of moments there, but eventually he was able to pull away from Lopez. I think in lieu of driver interviews, I think Lopez is the only one with a mic.
Okay.
So I think we'll just skip past that. So I guess, I'll see you next week. A big shout out to Sensation for coming at a moment's notice to help spend some very quality time with me on this Friday evening.
Awesome.
But I guess for Sensation and Fast and Lopez and Matthias, your podium getters, this is Getting Better, and I'll be signing off for the evening. Everybody have a great weekend.